FoodSense. So the FoodSense is the next generation of the chili pot. So we can do chili, garlic, white wine, ginger, pH, turmeric, vanilla, E. coli. So we have all these analytes that we can actually measure on the FoodSense. I'm going to talk specifically about chili. So in the chili, the response factor is you use the FoodSense chili pot to measure the hotness of your product. Now, if you have historical data and that historical data came from HPLC, then you may want to be able to compare let's say the new data from the chili pot to historical data. So what we basically do is you'll get a result from the chili pot, but in settings, we have when you first come to settings, we'll have a front title up here, settings. There'll be something called legacy settings, which is response factor. So here's the legacy settings, and I'll go into there. And so for all our different tests, you might have some legacy settings that you want to set. So for the chili, I want to have a response factor of 2.1. Which basically means that anytime I run the chili, the result I actually see will be times by 2.1, and I'm doing it because it's a legacy setting. I'm trying to compare to historical data, and you can see that the current response now is 2.1. I can change that to 0.9. I can change that to something like 1.4. Right, so in summary, the FoodSense, which is the next generation of chili pot, has lots of analytes it can now do. You can measure the hotness of chili, the punch of garlic, the gingerness of ginger, the curcumin in turmeric, vanilla halide in vanilla, and then we're starting to get into also food safety. So the first one we're doing is E. coli. And when you're using something like the chili, you might have some legacy results that you want to be able to compare to, and there you would use the response factor, which is very easy. You can put in the result, the value that you want. Actually, I'll put a response of 1, and that kind of effectively, it's just won't reply anything basically. But so yeah, that the legacy setting allows you to kind of put in this response factor, allows you to then have results that are comparable to historical results you might have had, for example, off an HPLC. Okay, thanks very much.